I'm in the east coast of Sri Lanka, spending a lovely warm afternoon on this lovely chair, typical Sri Lankan chair. It's called the Haansi Putuwa. I presume it was an adaptation by the Europeans from the 1500s, where a Sri Lankan design was taken and adapted for a typical afternoon where cane backing, so you get air coming through, and there's a folding arm that comes out so I can put my legs out. And many Sri Lankan homes have this, and it's bliss with the fan going on a warm afternoon after lunch to spend about half an hour between the morning and the afternoon after lunch. So for those of us who had the luxury of coming home for lunch, and I used to have my lunch and lie down for a bit and doze off and read a book and doze off, and then felt rejuvenated to go back. So you don't really fall asleep because it's not flat. So it's ideal. And we are at a beautiful small little boutique resort called Naganahira. Naganahira is a Sinhala word for rising sun because it's on the east coast. It's also the Sinhala word for the east. So it's a well-run place. It's small. We have the whole beach to ourselves virtually, and the beach is calm and beautiful, and the service is typical Sri Lankan hospitality, great food. So we spent a lovely 4 days here, and I've been sitting on this chair in the afternoons, and I got this book as a birthday gift from my mother-in-law Liz. And it was from Barefoot in Colombo, the specialty shop in Colombo sells this book, and the money goes to charity, and it's written by somebody I know, known for a lifetime, called Sandra Joseph Nunez. Sandra Joseph, his father, Victor Joseph, was one of the people in the army who got caught up in the alleged coup with his brother-in-law, Milton White, and that entire story is written here, and it was a fantastic book to really understand what happened during that coup in 1962, where I knew many of the characters and I didn't know the intricacies of this whole story. This book gives it so fantastic. I really enjoyed it because it was so personal too. And Sandra and Ian Joseph I know very well from my small days, and my father and Victor Joseph were also friends in Kandy when they were in school. The other book that I read, I'm just reading right now, is a gift from a very special person, Levin, for my birthday again. It's Paulo Coelho's Manuscript Found in Accra, and Paulo Coelho is one of my most favorite authors. Wrote the book Alchemist and many other books that I have really enjoyed reading, and I'm going to read a quick little few words from this book. It's about solitude, and it says, without solitude, love will not stay long by your side, because love needs to rest so that it can journey through the heavens and reveal itself from other forms. Without solitude, no plant, no animal can survive, no soil can remain productive, no child can learn about life, no artist can create, no work can grow and be transformed. Solitude is not the absence of love, but its complement. Solitude is not the absence of company, but the moment when our soul is free to speak to us and help us decide what to do with our life. So, and it goes on, and this is very much aligned with what I advocate on a daily basis, to find that sacred space for solitude with the mindfulness practice, to follow your thoughts, which I do on a daily basis, which helps me to stay grounded through the crazy life that I lead as an entrepreneur. So it gives me a chance through the meditation to quiet my mind, to be able to govern it as best as I can, and then to reflect and to think about things too, and to gain insight, to make some decisions, to be strategic for the rest of the day, which is of course uncertain and complex and volatile, and you never know what's going to show up for the rest of the day. But that solitude, that sacred time that I spend, at least now I spend about 2 hours with my exercise and meditation, but you don't have to spend all that time. 10 minutes of solitude will help you to ground yourself on a daily basis. So here we go. From beautiful east coast of Neelavili, north of Trincomalee. Be well, be happy.